Hello. It's very noisy in the hallway outside my office. I have the door shut, so I'm hoping that won't bother you too much. I'm going to show you where the new research assignment is. It's here in Module 4 under Research Citations Outline. And if you go over here, you'll see there is under the assignment here. Sorry, it's thinking about updating itself and opening it. So here are the instructions, which are pretty self-explanatory. But I want to show you how to access the library if you want to work on this before we actually talk about it in class. So the easiest thing to do is if you go to Google, you can just Google DSC Library. However you get to the library page, that's up to you. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to go to this account button, which I've already done, and it will take you to a single sign-in thing. You click on that and it will bring you here. And this is my library page. I have nothing's out, no fines, no fees. But I'm going to start here with the databases A to Z. And when you click on that, then it will bring up this page. Now, I like to use the Academic Search Complete because I just find it works much better for some of what I'm looking for. It gives me a lot of information in one spot. And then I went over here and I typed in spectator safety because I want to look at safety at sporting events for spectators. And part of your assignment is I want to know how many searches you got back, how many results you got. I got 20 back. 20 doesn't sound like a lot, but when you start looking through them, there's actually quite a bit in here that I found that would be useful. So the first thing is there talks about spectators at a car race, hospital admissions, weather services. There's a lot of different information in here, but that's how you get to the library databases. You go through all of that, and then when you get there, I'll show you here. So you're going to tell me what topic you're advocating for. How did you use the database? And you do have to use the database. You cannot use Google Scholar. So you need to use the database. I want you to tell me which ones were the most helpful, what was the best for you. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to get this so you can see it better. And I want you to tell me that what did you access? And you must use the database. There's only one reason that you cannot use the database. After you use the database and you search for whatever it is your topic is, if you can find absolutely nothing, then you contact one of our fabulous wizard-like librarians and ask them for assistance. If the librarian can find nothing at all on your topic, have them email me, and then I will consider allowing you to use other sources. So no, you may not use Google Scholar. You have to use the DSC library database. And as we know, this is free to students. So you've already paid for this. So be smart, use this. Google Scholar, people pay to have their articles bumped up. So you might miss some really cool articles because no one's going to pay to have their article bumped up in a list. So use the Daytona State College database. That's all you can use unless you have a librarian email me and say they can find nothing. That has never happened in the time I've been teaching here. They're wizards. They can always find something even if you can't. So you're going to tell me how and why you chose the search words that you used. You're going to document your findings. How many articles did you find? Were they helpful? Why or why not? Are they academic in nature? If so, state why. If not, keep looking till you find academic articles. Include the permalinks to at least 4 articles for your topic. I must be able to access the articles using the permalinks. You'll lose 20% if you don't put the permalinks in there or if they don't work, so make sure they work. Will the information be used for ethos, pathos, or logos? You must identify how you will use the articles for each type of persuasion. And finally, what's your call to action? How do you plan to accomplish it with your speech? So I've written it all out here. I said after interviewing my dad about his experiences as a driver at the Indy 500, I began thinking about spectator safety at outdoor sporting events. And I want to advocate for more consumer education about safety plans at various sporting venues. So I logged onto the database, like I already said. I got 20 results back. So I looked at them, and so they were helpful because they did talk about outdoor events. One of them, entitled Lightning Safety in Large Stadium, discussed the need for stadium managers to have actions in place and noted sometimes officials do not develop plans until after an incident occurs. And then it told me that the University of Tennessee has a plan that calls for people to clear the field and addresses the exact egress routes for spectators. It includes statistics of how many spectators are typically at college football games, 2 of which were Florida schools. There's my relevancy. We attend school in Florida, and here's some data about the numbers of people that attend sporting events or football events in Florida. So that would be my relevancy. But it also would be logos because they are about numbers. And so and it was published in the American Meteorological Society. So it is a peer-reviewed journal, and it meets the standard of being an academic citation. Here's the actual article. As you will see, my permalink, see, it doesn't work. It refused to connect. So when you do this, make sure yours work, and I will go back and double check all mine. I'm glad I saw that. So the next one, let's see if it's, nope, and it's not going to connect either. Wow, I'm going to have to go work on all of these. See, guys, even when you've done this for a while, the permalinks don't always work right. So this one is about ensuring safety at an Australian sporting event, and this one had a lot of different works cited. It had a lot of different sources I can go out and look at. Yes, it would be nice if they were permalinked, but they weren't, but I can go look at them. And then I found one in Soccer and Society entitled Death on the Terraces. I'm going to see if this one works just to see. And nope, it's not going to work either. I've got lots of work to do. So the last one I found, I was at the Indiana State Fair the evening before the Sugarland Band concert, and there was a sudden, well, the thunderstorms were in the area the night before and that day, and a wind gust took down the temporary stage, and several people were killed and 58 people were injured. So it talks about kind of the resources for that, but it also gave me additional resources where I could go look at things. So, and then the last thing you have to do is your call to action. My call to action would be to inform my audience of how they can find specific information for various venues, encourage them to think of safety, much like that offered on every flight. Let's think about it. You get on an airline, you sit down, the first thing they do is give you the safety spiel. Maybe they need to do that at sporting events. I don't know, but I'm going to find out, and I'm going to try to persuade people to take their safety seriously when they go to sporting events. So that's what your assignment is. I'm going to try to work on these permalinks and figure out why they're not working. But that's what I need for you to do. If you've got questions, email me. We will cover this in class next week. So don't freak out and think, oh my gosh, I have to do this right now. Nope, you don't. You can wait. But if you want to start thinking about what it is you want to do, I would start the research. It doesn't take that long to do it. I did this entire thing in less than 2 hours. All right, have a great day, guys. Bye.